And here we go then, we've only got 18 cars then because we've been robbed because Mr. Elite hasn't got cars, just disappeared, which is absolutely atrocious, isn't it? Anyway, we've got 5 sets of lights on. When we're going on, we'll be racing the countdown. We are go! And it is going. You can see Crazy Hitman's already dropped down. He's dropping down a couple of positions there, and he's right down at the back already. And Emerson's going to go on the outside. He's had a flying start on the outside. Emerson is taking the lead, a Canadian Grand Prix, but Siren Shifter's trying to go back on the outside at the moment. Wishbone is defending third position. All very tentative at the moment out there. But Miss Iverson has flown off the grid, hasn't he? Once again, they're taking the lead and taking it by storm, hasn't he? Second, third is Nosey, fourth position is Farf. He's getting forced a bit right there into turn 6 there. He's going to have a lunge, is he? No, not quite. Sixth position is Nigel. Maxi up in. He's had an amazing start. Maxi up into 7th. 8th is Murphy. Granty 9th. Fire shot. Ryan is up into 10th. He's already in the points. Look at the weather out there as well. Renzo 11th. Grillsy 12th. Gooner 13th. Jonathan Cox is down into 14th. Laggy is up into 15th. As we spoke to him earlier. Sam 16th. Crazy 17th. And McVicious is 18th. Mr. Lee has left for session. Oh, Wishbone's gone right off the track there. And oh, there's a bit of a cloud then. That's a cloud between Wishbone and I don't know. I think it's Maxine. He's dropped down to 9th position then. So Wishbone having to give him a good old clout there. As you see now, Nigel's having the third then. Maxie is gaining on Murphy. He is through and up into 8th position then. Or is he? No, yet. Oh no, that's contact again. But somehow they're both on the same piece of tarmac. Look at this. Nigel's under a lot of pressure. Wishbone there is trying to come back. At him now as they go into turn 1 then. Wishbone's gone wide again. He's struggling on these conditions at the moment. He's dropped down. Fire is up into 6th position now. Absolutely fantastic. Grant is through, or is he through? He's trying to get through. This is getting very, very close indeed. And look at this. Oh my gosh, we got a pretty bad camera angle here, but luckily they're all through. And Renzo is still in front there. He's driving superbly well at the moment of this race. And oh, what's going on in the foreground there? Not a lot at the moment. This is very dark out there indeed. I think it's almost night time out there. Grillsy is. Oh no, Jonathan's got it too. Oh, there's a car park down at the hairpin. And the McLaren is just trying to get himself back on track at the moment. So we've got it's yellow flags for Gooner. Oh, it's Laggy who's pointing the wrong way at turn 6. And Laggy and look at this then, great stuff there. And wow, and look, Farf is going through. Farf is going to overtake him. Silent Shifting he's up into 2nd position now then. Silent Shifting he was on pole position, his first pole position of his career. And oh, look at this, he braked so much later and he's kept it going there. Oh, getting a bit tense there at the moment, isn't it? Oh, Crazy Hitman's gone wide there into turn 1. That's going to give Gooner an opportunity then coming into turn 3. And you can see then there's Crazy Hitman's really struggling for pace there because Gooner's going to go on the inside. That's a good overtaking maneuver, nice and clean. Ryan is down into as Maxie's just gone by him as well, and Ryan is down into. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. It should be alright, but Murphy is now interested as well. Murphy having a look back on board the Ferrari at the moment in 9th position, and absolutely fantastic stuff. The Crazy Hitman and Gooner are still fighting to now, but Murphy up the inside. He is through and in front of Ryan. He's going to have a lunge into the hairpin, is he? He is. Yes, he's through. But Silent Shifting is going to go on the outside, and he should have momentum. And now look at this, they're going wheel to wheel on the back straight. And remember, no DRS in this stage of the race because of the wet conditions. The question is this going to dry up? Well, we'll find out in a minute. You can see it's now up to 4.6 seconds the gap between Emerson and Silent Shifting. And now Silent Shifting doing a good job there. He went wide. He's taking the car in line, isn't he? Oh no! That's a bit of wing off the Williams, I think it is. And now he's under a bit of pressure. And Farf is now on the inside. And yeah, it's the Williams, it's the wing. Is that both end plate? No, it's just one end plate gone there. So he's going to have a lot of understeer now. And there's now a train performing behind then the Williams, behind the Silent Shifting. And of course, Grillsy in that battle as well. Jonathan Cox is only 13 at the moment, really struggling in these wet weather conditions. Jonathan is right down there, and unfortunately, it's just all gone. The weather and all sorts of. And oh, we'll come out of the minute because now Farf is on the outside this time, and he has gone. Oh, he got very wide there, and that's going to interest Nosey, is it? And now accelerating away, it's Silent Shift back on board, but you can see he's done the Silent Shift in line, and this time he is now side by side with Silent Shift, and this has been a brilliant. I've really enjoyed this battle. This has been a fantastic battle for 2nd position at the moment. Is Farf going to be quick enough to as Silent Shift there just parking away, but look at this, Farf has got momentum. 3-second penalty for Nigel in the background. Nigel's also getting involved in this as well. Look at the caliber of drivers involved in this battle. Oh, that was I think Silent Shift had just come across Farf there slightly, and yeah, they made contact there, and now Silent Shifting is still, this is getting very, very brutal, isn't it, Albert? I'm going the outside again, so he's doing the same strategy as was before, but now, oh, Silent's gone very wide now, and Farf is up the inside, and he's through, and what is Silent Shifting going to be able to get back in front? And he's now turning the ears up slightly, isn't he? His Farf needs to, oh, he needs to defend, but Silent Shifting's got a very slippery car, hasn't he? And now he is back through with the same position. This is great, brilliant racing from Silent Shifting, isn't it? And Farf's got a 3-second penalty there, and oh, now we're coming again, very close to each other. Back on board then, Silent Shifting is again, he's got a very slippery car, hasn't he, Silent Shifting? Very slippery indeed. As oh, did they touch? I don't think they touched there slightly, but yeah, it's very, very close. I only see in the background there a Mercedes and a Ferrari and a Williams there battling out as well. Granty is through, I think, and up into is finally. Oh, is he? Or is he? He's just on board. Jonathan Cox there. No, because Renzo is back through. Renzo's back through, and he's pushing Granty on the outside there. And now Farf getting back on board with Farf, and he's going to go the inside into turn 1. Wheel-to-wheel stuff, but it's Silent Shifting should up the inside in turn 2. Once again, Silent Shifting, oh, he's going to go on the outside. He's going to go on the outside. He's going to get enough purchase off the traction. Oh, lovely shot here underneath the trees. And if Silent Shifting will have the inside, but Farf is through. He's through and up into second position. And now has he got the pace to get after Emerson? Emerson is checked out though, as I've said multiple times. No, Silent Shifting is going to go on the inside, and that's going to let Nosy through. Nosy is through, and up in the third position. I think Silent Shifting attempted to overtake there, but he's dropped down to a 4th position now. He is out of the podium at the moment. Remember, we've had an awful lot of penalties, haven't we, in this race so far? As brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And Granty really struggling out there at the moment in the wet weather conditions. Really struggling indeed in the Renault. Nigel is just half a second back, then is now up the outside. As what's Nosy doing? Nosy's going on the inside there. Is he going to just slam the door shut? He does. Now is now back on board, Silent Shifting then. And absolutely brilliant stuff then. And now he's turned the gears up once again then. So look at he's got an amazingly slippery car, hasn't he? The Rocket Williams. He is going like a rocket, isn't he? And he's now back up into third position, or is he? He is. And he's back through the third position. Farf is now oh, Nosy though gets a brilliant run out of the final turn 14, and he is through and back up into third position. Then Nosy is, but Silent Shifting is having a look. No, not quite. Between Granty and Renzo, and again Granty and Renzo have also been fighting as well. And look, Granty's now through. He was forcing his way through there, and he is now up into 10th position. Then so Granty is 6 seconds back from the that epic battle up from second below. Yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff indeed, isn't it? And Granty, is he going to pull away from Renzo? That's the question, because Renzo is doing a really good job around here, isn't he? Brown is through, he's through, and Wishbone is through and up in the 5th position. Nigel's also dropping down to 6th, and Nigel's had an awful couple of corners, and Murphy is now up into 5th position. Nigel's dropped from 4th to 6th, but Silent Shifting is through. Lovely on board shot as well, but look at this, he's coming back, he's going to be on the outside into the hairpin now, and look at this then, so as he comes down, move down on board with the Mercedes driver, and he's going to go on the outside. Nigel there is just in front of us. Is he going to go for the switchback? He is, but Silent Shifting's done a great job. He's parked in the middle of the track, and Maxi couldn't get the switchback on him there. Good driving there from Silent Shifting, and now they're coming up into the into the chicane now. Then you can see that Silent Shifting is gaining. He's going to go on, he's going to defend on the inside, but Maxi's going to go on the outside. Oh, look at this there, a bit of contact there. Silent Shifting's got a 3-second penalty there, and now Maxi has got the momentum then, hasn't he? Look at this, and oh my gosh, this is incredible stuff. He's going to go into turn 1 on the outside there, but Silent will have the inside, but Maxi should have the inside for turn 2. Oh, contact, and oh dear, but Emerson comes through the final chicane for the final time, and he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. 3 wins out of 4 races. Fantastic. And yeah, Nosy had 12 seconds worth of penalties. Emerson had 9. Emerson won from second on the grid. Nosy, absolutely cracking drive. He gets also the fastest lap. Wishbone, his debut on in 3rd position. Murphy from 8th to 4th. Brilliant stuff. Nigel in 5th position. Fire shot, brilliant opening lap, was fantastic. Farf, very disappointed day for Farf in 7th. Same for Silent Shifting in 8th. Maxi in 9th position. Renzo getting the final point. Outside the points is Jonathan Cox, Laggy, and Sam. Sam getting a good finish there. Brilliant stuff from Sam. Retirements: Grillsy, Granty, Hitman, McVicious, and Gooner.